So today I'm using the Euro US dollar. Now, one of the best times to trade the Euro US dollar is probably between 1 and 4. Um, what we're looking for is creating highs and lows. Now, you could take the multi-time frame screenshots of this chart now if you wanted to, but at the present time, it's stuck in a bit of a range. So what's the point? Spidaro is going to help you read the price action, but all it's going to turn around and tell you is it's ranging. And if it does give you an entry, it's a crapshoot. It could go up or down. What you want to see is you want to see definitive movement and breaking a high or a low within that time frame period, so that you can then say, okay, fine, now I know what I want to do. I'll give you an example. Right, so here we're going to put our stop here because that's clearly a swing point up here. Now, there are arguments that you've got this point here, or you've got that point here. Realistically, it's broken this low here and then gone up. So it's created a tangible movement upwards from that break. So I would put my low down here. And what we want to do is we want to see price breaking that high or that low, but not only see it break it, we want to see how it breaks. That's the most important thing, because at the end of the day, if it only just breaks and then closes back within, it's no point. But we want to see either break with conviction or reject with conviction. So let's just run the chart forward. And it's broken up there. So realistically, I've jumped on one too many, but if I was to go back and select that one, that's okay. That's on a borderline for me, but because there's that bit of that wick there, I still want to see further confirmation of it breaking that high. So for me, what I'm going to do is run through another candle. And again, look, it's got a big wick, but it's got confirmation of breaking out of this range. So it's got two blue candles, and ignore the fact that it's blue. Okay, I'm red-green colorblind, so it's easy for me to see the blue than it is to see green. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use this now, and we're going to take this information to Spidaro to run its analysis. So I'm just going to get rid of these lines. Always get rid of your high and low lines and any other drawings you have in your charts. Main reason being is it can sometimes confuse the AI system. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump to the 15-minute time frame and just double click on the right hand side here. That means that it will start to automatically resize no matter where the chart's going. And what you want is you want enough of the candles that you can see what's going on, see the highs and lows and see the wicks without it being too much. Now that's pretty decent. And what you can do here is you can either come up to here to the snapshot and copy image, or you can press, if you're on a PC, Control Shift and S, which I do. It's a lot easier. And then we're going to come back to Spidaro. And let me just check, I've got the account size right. We want a 3-to-1 risk to reward, and we want a scalp. So all you do, you don't even need to click in, you just Control V, and it pastes the chart for you straight away. So then we go back into here, and then we check the 5-minute. It would have automatically moved the chart so you can see all the price action inside there. Go in there, and then we want the 1-minute. Now, all we're going to do now is come down here and select Analyze Trade. Now, I'm running this on a test server at the moment, so it's a little bit slower. So it takes about 30 to 45 seconds to do the analysis. Once I move this onto a live server, it will be a hell of a lot quicker. So I'm going to just pause the recording now and then come back once it's giving the analysis. You can see now it's starting to analyze the patterns. We'll be back in a second. Okay, so we are back. Spidaro has done its analysis, so let's have a quick look and see what it's doing. Now, here is your entry, your stop, your take profits. Like I said, ignore the position size at the moment. I'm still working on fixing the lot size calculator, but I've got it in there for the time being, but just ignore it for the moment. This is what you get in terms of results, okay? So you get the market structure. It tells you exactly what's going on with regards to market structure, previous supply zones, higher time frame bias. we get the time frame bias, talking about obviously strong momentum leg upwards, shallow pullbacks, telling you exactly where the bias is going, the key reasons for taking this particular trade and why the entry is where it is, any rules that would invalidate this trade, and a plan B scenario. So basically, if, say, the right trade sometimes won't necessarily be a market entry, it will be a stop limit order somewhere. So it may not always come back to the point in which your entry is at. It's simple, you know, it may happen, it may not. But if it doesn't, then what it's doing is it's making a recommendation. Okay, if it doesn't necessarily pull back to 736 and instead consolidates at 750, then obviously look at buying the retest with a tighter stop. It's just giving you alternative options if the entry is too far away. As before with part one, guys, unfortunately, I'm having issues exporting the whole video out in one go. So I'm just going to release this in 3 parts. The third part is coming up now. This is going to show you exactly us using the trade and taking the trade and seeing how the trade plays out. So see you on the next one. Thanks very much for your patience.